Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Back working on the 6-liter again, and you can see we have our motor mounts installed. We have the upper intake plenum put on. The only reason it's on right now is to keep dirt and stuff out of the intakes. So we're probably going to end up taking that back off and doing some other stuff up there. But anyway, I'm here to show you how to install an exhaust manifold on your 6-liter. So we have our manifolds here. This is just the one, and there is a torque spec for these. There is a sequence for these. So I'm going to show you the sequence, show you the torque specs, and install these on here today. The one thing I am going to make mention of is when you get a 6-liter from the factory, it will not have any exhaust gasket on here whatsoever. And what you end up with is you end up with a little bit of corrosion on here. Now we're using new heads, so if you have old heads or refurbished heads, you always want to check these with a straight edge. Make sure that they are perfectly flat. You don't want to have too many waves in that. And if you're using old manifolds, you want to do the same thing. So you can see here that there is machining marks in here. Now I surfaced this already. So if you watched our video on doing the decking on this block, we have a stone that we used. So you can actually lock these in a vise and run these over with a stone. So I'm going to show you that. Now I've already done these, but I'm going to re-demonstrate it for you. I wanted to make sure that it was going to work the way I wanted it to work. So I'm going to show that to you real quick. And then also, when you're reinstalling your manifolds, like I said, the factory did not use gaskets because this is a machined surface face, is perfectly flat. Same with the manifolds, they are perfectly flat. So when they bolt them together, they create a seal. Now, in the aftermarket world or in the service world, when you take a manifold off, your head is going to change due to your hot and cold cycles, and same thing with your manifold. So they are going to eventually just warp. And that's how you can end up with exhaust leaks also with these engines. So this works for the 7.3 and the 6-liter, and I don't know how far up. So if you have a random leak, it's just because of age. So when you reinstall these, you'll be using a gasket. So when you put these back on, you'll use exhaust gaskets just like a 7.3, except for the 6-liter uses MLS gaskets. So I'm going to show you how to get your manifold perfectly flat again, because you want to make sure that you get a nice good seal here. You don't want to have any leaks or warpages. You want to make sure you clean your manifold up before you install it. So let's get to showing you how to clean these manifolds up. So we have our manifolds here. You can see that these are fairly clean now, but you can see that we had corrosion issues here. So this corrosion here, okay, that's got to go. So you need to clean that up. And we had that on every one of them where there was no good sealing contact. So this would be a space that's open on the head there. I think the freeze plug is here. So, anywhere that you have this rough surface here, you want to make sure you clean that all off very well. And then you can go ahead to surfacing. So green bristle disc, basically just go over this, get all of the soot and corrosion off of here that you can. You don't need to go hog wild with this and be driving it in there. So clean your manifolds off before you do the actual stone. So now we're going to jump over, and I'm going to put the stone back on this one because I'd like to do this one a little bit more. So this one's back, and the back here is very nice and clean and flat, and this one actually had a lot more warpage than this one did, but there's a couple places here where I'd like to get a little bit more. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit this one with the stone again and show you the process of doing that. So we have our manifold locked in a vise here, and we're going to take our stone. Now you can see I have already used this, and we are going to be using our plate just like we had in previous. So we've cleaned our stone a little bit here. And basically what you want to do is just back and forth. Now you can go this way, but you have to work back and forth across the whole unit. So it's easier to continue going this way and work your way back and forth across the manifold flanges. Now you can see how much material we are actually taking off of here, and you can still see we have some heavier crud here on the edges. So working this back and forth, we'll get this nice and flat. We have a couple little spots here. I don't know how well you can see them there because of the glare, but there's a couple little spots that are still a little bit high, which are going to give us a little bit of an issue for sealing. So just where the old surface of the head was basically on this last one, these other three don't look bad. There's a little bit of a low spot here. So we're just going to go ahead and work this down a little bit more and see if we can get this to flatten out just a touch more. We're not talking about much at all. I'm talking about maybe 1 or 2 thousandths that we're going to take off of this, and it won't be hurting anything. So you can see here the machining marks and how we have a pretty uniform surface here across each manifold flange. So these are going to be the same machining marks we would see inside when we did the block here. So basically these are the fly cutter marks from when they originally machined these manifolds. So that little bit of catch there, you can't even catch that really with your fingernail. So while you can see it, it's only because that it's maybe 1,000th lower than where we are. But this is what I was talking about. You can see how we have barely enough machined here, and we do have these MLS gaskets, which will take up all of the rest of this deviation in this face. So now we need to clean this thing out, and to clean this out is very simple. It's basically just brake clean it. So because we don't have any open anything in here, we have nothing to really worry about. So we're going to set it up in the vise and brake clean this out, and then we can go ahead and install it. So now we're going to start installing these on here. Now we do have new bolts and new spacers. So part numbers for both. This one is the spacer. This one is the bolt. So they are here. So we got new bolts, new spacers. Spacer goes on the bolt, and we're going to put a little bit of anti-seize on each one of these bolts as we install them into the head here. Now the fun trick to this is we have to do bolt, spacer, manifold, gasket, head. So it's going to be fun holding all of this. But if you look at the manifold here, you can see that most of these holes are the same size, except for that guy. So this is where you want to start. This would be the bolt hole you start with, and it lines up the rest of the manifold, so to speak. So this is how we're going to do this. We're going to put the bolt through here. Now you got to make sure that you take your exhaust gasket and orient it correctly. So you can see that that's the wrong orientation and this is the correct orientation. Does not matter which side is which, just as long as it lines up correctly here. Okay. And then we're going to take our anti-seize and we're just going to put a little bit of a dab on this bolt. Now this is high temp anti-seize. I do believe it's rated for about 1800 degrees. So we're just going to get this guy started here. So now that we have that started, we can go ahead and get our other ones put in. So we're going to go ahead and just snug these down in here. Now I just got these to where they're touching. I did not go and hammer them down. So we're going to torque these now to 28 foot-pounds. Now I always suggest using new bolts. You can reuse your spacers if you wish. However, I chose to go the all new route because it's not that much money. And putting the old bolts in is kind of a pain in the butt sometimes because the heads are either rusted or the spacers are rusted, the threads are messed up. So we're using new heads. Might as well just use new bolts. So that's why we're doing this. So now there is a torque sequence to torque these down to, and that is what we're going to be using. So we have a torque sequence that goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to torque these down to 28 foot-pounds. So now that we've torqued them down here, we're going to recheck them because as we torque the rest of this down, it'll loosen up the inside ones. So there we go. We have these torqued, and that is the sequence to follow with these here. Now the other side would follow the same sequence. You would do the rear side in the middle here. You have a smaller bolt hole as well. We are not going to be putting the other side on because it has the back pressure tube on it. So that's this guy here, and I am not taking this off. But same rule as this side, we have one bolt hole that is smaller. So you use the small bolt hole to align, and that holds this manifold just about where it needs to be. So when you put this on, it would follow the same sequence, just opposite. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it follows the same sequence as this side. So like I said, we're not going to be putting this on today because we still need to remove the valve cover on the other side, and I'm not going to be messing with this tube. So if you had your exhaust back pressure tube off, so the van one actually sits up over the top of the valve cover. I'm not sure where the pickup one does, but you follow the same sequence on the other side. So that is showing you how to surface your manifolds here so that you can install these on your 6-liter again, and the proper torque specs for the bolts and also the sequence. So we used all new bolts. I highly suggest it. And the NICs we used was the high temp. I do believe, yeah, it is good for 1800 degrees. So it will not chalk up or get horribly terrible in there. Now, we're not going to be able to recheck these, which is why I didn't go crazy with the NICs. You just want to make sure that they are snug, and we'll let them sit over here for a while. And once we get it put all back together, I'll probably recheck the torque on them. It's not going to be too horrible to do a little bit later. So hopefully this will show you how to install your manifolds on your 6-liter Powerstroke and give you some tips and pointers on how to service them and install them. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll catch you on the next one.